You do that?
By, well, enhancing the office of the ombudsman, giving them the funds they need, by buttressing all the agencies.
Who would you?
Well, the policy should begin from the office of the president, and when there's a clear policy that cascades down, I think you're in the right track.
So what are you going to do? You're going to strengthen the office of the ombudsman by giving them more funds?
Yes.
Okay, but that's Congress's allocation, right? I mean, it's Congress's job.
That's the reason why the party, the Ang Kapatiran Party, is asking the Filipino people, you know, if ever we field congressional candidates, and just to let you know, Ricky, we are planning to field the complete Senate slate with the Vice President. We are asking them to vote Ang Kapatiran.
Yeah, but we're talking about what you're going to do if and when you get elected.
Yes.
And what would that be? So you're saying strengthen the ombudsman, right? Give them more money. How would you do that? Because you'd be elected, you'd come in June, and which means the budget had already been passed.
Well, we're talking long term here.
Yeah, so what would you do exactly?
Well, to just set the policies and implement the law, implement the platform of the party.
Yeah, so given that, what's the first couple of things you would do?
Number one is to, you know, implement the Graft and Corrupt Practices Act, the Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards Law, 3019-6713.
Would that mean that you would take people out of the bureaucracy who were not abiding by that?
Well, of course, with due process, yes.
Yeah.
But what's important here is to really send clear signals that we mean business. And, you know, we cannot continue in a hypocritical manner, just looking away when there are real intense problems concerning graft and corruption.
So that would be the focus of your presidency, would be to deal with graft and corruption?
Well, that will be an aspect of it.
Yeah.
But,
no, because I'm asking you what the first thing you're going to do, and you're talking about really corruption.
Yes.
So that would be the first priority of Ang Kapatiran Party, is to deal with corruption. That's going to be a difficult job, isn't it?
Definitely. But if there is one thing that has to be done, that's it. Everybody's complaining about that. And there must be a strong policy against that.
What would you do about allegations of criminal behavior in this administration? Would there be an investigation of that? And I would imagine that long pending cases also against, say, the Marcos family would still be pending by the time the next election. So you will have a lot on your plate, even as far as anti-corruption is concerned. You can look at corruption in two ways. You can say, moving forward, we're not going to allow it, which I think you're saying. But there's the question of moving back. Some people will say, you don't need to dig up old skeletons, let it go. Others will say, no, before you can make a credible anti-corruption position, you have to go and prosecute corruption in the past. There's different ways of looking at it. What would you do about those things?
You know, justice to me is a very important word, Ricky. Justice is why government exists. Justice is why laws exist.
So would you look into allegations of corruption in this administration?
Well, of course, we will not, you know, try to spend so much time there because there are so many. The problems in this country should be looked at in an integral and holistic manner.
But would you look into that?
Yes, of course.
You would. And as a final word, sir, some people say that your candidacy is a long shot. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But what would you like to say to our viewers?
There are 25 million youth voters. When I say youth, there are from the age range of 18 to 25, these 2010 elections. You know, and the failure of the middle class was that they never presented alternatives to the people. Given those facts, then definitely Ang Kapatiran has a chance to win this election.
All right. John Carlos J.C. de los Reyes, presidential candidate. Thank you, sir, for joining us tonight. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Thank you.
As one adage goes, the youth are the future of the world, but should this also apply to a country's political future? Tonight, we look at some young leaders who've led their nation on Snapshots.
Would you trust a young president to run a country? Depends on experience, you say? Well, history shows youth does not always inexperience make. Take the case of Barack Obama, who became America's 44th president at 47 years of age. They certainly trust him to make a change. There was Bill Clinton, who ruled from the White House at the age of 46. He wasn't inexperienced either. He had brushed elbows with the popular John F. Kennedy long before he made it to the White House. But why the 43-year-old Kennedy got mixed up with women, who knows? And even Clinton had his own share of scandals. At 42 years of age, not only was Teddy Roosevelt the USA's youngest commander-in-chief, he was noted for presidential firsts, such as the first president to fly in an airplane and the first to submerge in a submarine.
Feel free to post your comments on my blog, www.rickycarandang.com. That's the big picture tonight. The World Tonight is next. Thanks for watching.